All right. The deep dive is starting now, and we are going straight into one of the most intellectually ambitious concepts we have ever tackled.
No kidding. This one it's a big one.
It's the idea that the very rules of evolution, the ancient fundamental operating system of life itself have changed.
And that the responsibility for that change, it rests entirely on us.
Exactly. It's a profound thought, but one that Leo Gerard Fernandez argues is, well, it's necessary, not just some philosophical exercise.
Right, we're dissecting his central work, From Survival to Purpose, which basically says humanity has reached this inflection point.
An inflection point where 4 billion-year-old programming is now a terminal liability.
That's putting it bluntly, but yeah, that's the core of it.
So for you, the learner, who needs to quickly get your head around the monumental architecture of this shift, this is your map. Our mission today is to explore what Fernandez calls the pivotal inversion, the necessary transition from instinct-driven survival to conscious, purpose-driven intent.
It really is the biggest conceptual upgrade humanity has ever been asked to face.
For millennia, evolution was, pretty straightforward. It was governed by these simple, ruthless mechanics.
Natural selection, dictated by scarcity, by competition, and really this singular imperative to just propagate life.
Richard Dawkins distilled this perfectly with the selfish gene, right? That model created us.
It absolutely did.
Yeah.
But here's where the challenge kicks in.
And it's a huge challenge. Fernandez argues that in what he calls the age of intelligence, which is defined by, global connectivity and this exponential technological power.
Simply relying on that old drive for individual or even tribal survival is not just inadequate.
It's actively dangerous.
Exactly. He says the continuation of life now depends not on that blind instinct, but on conscious intent.
So purpose has to become the new explicit driver for evolution.
It's the ultimate paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
The very species that was shaped bone by bone and neuron by neuron by the pressures of competition.
We now have to consciously override that programming.
We have to. We transition from being this passive subject of evolution like the clay to becoming the intentional author, the sculptor.
That is a staggering, and as he puts it, a non-negotiable choice that's right in front of us. So that sets the stage for what feels like a necessary crisis. Let's unpack the first half of this argument. Part one, which focuses on this evolutionary legacy we inherited. He labels it the selfish mind.
Right.
And the core question here is, how did the very traits that secured our success, our survival legacy, how did they become the primary source of existential risk?
Well, the traits themselves are genius in a way.
Right.
But they're also obsolete. You have to remember, natural selection is a totally amoral engine.
It doesn't care about good or bad, just what works.
Exactly.